Hello everybody, this is Debo with Debo's Movie Reviews here, and today I'll be reviewing Wild Bill. Starring, of course, Jeff Bridges as Wild Bill Hickok, Ellen Barkin as Calamity Jane, with Keith Carradine as Buffalo Bill, along with Bruce Dern, James Gammon, David Arquette, Christina Applegate, Diane Lane, John Hurt, which of course Arquette plays Jack McCall, the outlaw who eventually kills Wild Bill, but they kind of like an odd motive for this one compared to for this one. I mean, though, I would just say, despite how British looks, was practically the only actor, one of the few actors to play Wild Bill to actually, the makeup team actually made him did a damn good job of making him look like Wild Bill, the real Wild Bill. I mean, it was about one of the few things that got right, alongside the fact that he was a scout for the and fought for the Union in the Civil War, along with his on and off again relationship with Calamity Jane, his friendship with Buffalo Bill Cody, played by Keith Carradine, who also played Wild Bill in the series Deadwood, which I could pretty much name about a kind of like a top 3 or 4 on best performance of Wild Bill. It just starts with Bridges at 1, Josh Brolin at 2 for the series Young Riders, Carradine for 3, and Charles Bronson for 4th in White Buffalo, which that'll be for another review. This one actually falls more on his time at Deadwood instead of with a bunch of flashbacks, because it had like shots from color to black and white scenes back and forth and all. So it's like leads up in this version's adaptation on why McCall wanted to kill Bill, and the events leading up to it, like of course one of the few things they got right was the whole thing about him, how he was so kicking on a draw he actually once killed his own deputy. Oof, which was just historically accurate. And of course, along with his battle with glaucoma from time out in the sun and all. And of course, gotta give it to side performances, like with, of course, John Hurt as his English friend, and Ellen Barkin as Calamity Jane, which I'm going to say is the second best role Ellen Barkin has done, in my opinion. The other being Smurf Cody on Animal Kingdom. And of course with Bridges, who's pretty much always knocks out of the park. From Lebowski to Junior Jackson to Albert Einstein and Iron Man, which that'll be for another review. I mean, yeah, Bridges is one of the all-time greats. So I'd say, the case of Wild Bill, actually one of his best westerns. And of course, you got Arquette. I mean, he did a good job as Jack McCall, but like I said, the whole motives in this one was just kind of really. Though they did make it historically accurate of him being young and all. Just a nut want fame, which of course that really didn't do much. And then you got Diane Lane, who played his mom, which of course meant that they didn't try to make it like Wild Bill was was a deadbeat dad, or he found out his deadbeat dad or something like that, because his old backstory. And first scene was where he was where Suzanne Moore was a Yankee widow. And of course, Gammon is California Joe. I mean, you'd always spot James Gammon in movies because, I mean, if you can't remember what he looks like, you'll know his voice. And oof, talking about some great combat scenes from like that shootout with his duel with Bruce Dern's character, then that shootout with where the goons played by James Remar and a few other guys. I think one of them was old Allstate guy, Jesse Haysbert. And I could always say, kind of one of his better performances besides, scratched out, I was wrong. So I had to look that up for a moment. That wasn't Dennis Haysbert. Sorry about that, but can't remember the dude's name. But they had there was that one hilarious scene where he's like, where Bill reacting to a black gunslinger going, who's trying to kill him, is like, and he's going, "What the hell, man? I fought on the side that was wanting to free your kind back in the war. And this is the thanks I get," which led to a eventual shootout and the whole deal of the taunting kind of was kind of like, I kind of admit it was kind of a flawed take on it, but of a movie, but a great movie nonetheless. I mean, it took me a while to get past the flaws because it was just like, because I could be a stickler for historical accuracy at times, but which is kind of one of the most, it's talking about, which then again, the case of Wild Bill is like very inaccurate, but which is kind of ironic for Walter Hill, who pretty much made who made Long Riders, which was one of the most accurate takes on historically accurate takes on Jesse James, but one of the more inaccurate takes on Wild Bill. Which the only things they got right was him getting killed by Jack McCall, lawman, Union soul, fought for the Union, his friendship with Buffalo Bill Cody, which was also touched on in the Young Rider series, which, of course, Buffalo Bill was played by Stephen Baldwin in that version, in their Pony Express days. But overall, I gotta give Wild Bill a 4 out of 5. I mean, I want to give it 5 on action alone, but I'm trying not to be too biased on that one. Because I might admit I might have gave some 5 out of 5 reviews for some movies that didn't deserve it just on that. But hey, you live and learn. So hope y'all like, subscribe, and enjoy, and I'll keep dishing them out.